Nobody likes a procrastinator, but we all procrastinate at different times, right? Procrastination is not necessarily laziness. There's a science behind it. I mean, when you have a deadline and for some reason you just can't get yourself to get that thing done, or you know something that is good for you to do, but somehow you want to read that book, you want to write that proposal, or somehow you find yourself not able to get yourself to doing it. So there's a science behind it. Procrastination is voluntarily delaying an intended course of action, even when you are aware of the consequences, and you're also aware that you'll be worse off for it, but somehow you cannot just still get yourself to do it. Now the science behind it, there are two parts of your brain at play here. The prefrontal cortex, which is in charge of your logical thinking, planning your future, in terms of telling you the right things to do and the consequences. Another part of your brain which is at war with this part of your brain, and that is your amygdala, in your limbic system. That part is the part that is in charge of your emotions, pleasure, immediate gratification. So when that part begins to see that important task as danger, instead of just seeing it as difficult, it sees it as not just difficult but something dangerous. So what happens is that you find that you go for temporary relief. Dopamine is released, making you feel temporary relief from what you call danger to comfort. When your brain is at war with itself, the amygdala is at war with the prefrontal cortex, looking at that uneasy task as dangerous. It makes you procrastinate. What do we do to solve this problem? We have to redefine how we see these things. We have to get to why your amygdala looks at that task, maybe to read a book, maybe to finish that report, maybe to push your business forward, do something that maybe is not part of your everyday life, but you know that thing is going to help you. So your prefrontal cortex is like that logical part that is telling you, read that book, do that thing. Meanwhile, your amygdala is like a kid telling you, continue scrolling on social media and stuff like that. Awareness is a good place to start. If you are aware that it's your fear of failure or fear of success that is responsible for your procrastination, then you can find a solution. And the solution I suggest here, if fear of failure is your problem, reason why you procrastinate, how about you focus on the effort and not the outcome? Instead of looking at, oh my God, I have this to do, when will I achieve this? Am I sure I'm going to achieve this? How about you think, I should just keep doing this? I know that people that have done this have gotten results. So moving your mind from how it will happen to just focusing on doing it instead. You can decide, okay, how about I just do 5 minutes a day, focus on improving my effort every day. So the next one is perfectionism. Perfectionism paralyzes you. It makes you want to get everything right and get everything complete before you start that business or start doing that thing you want to do. How about you focus on the good enough? If it's good enough, it is good to just start. So focus on that and understand that something called 80-20 rule. Is that 20% of your effort that brings the 80% of results. So next one is lack of clarity or overwhelm. Whenever you're not clear on a task, what happens is that your brain shuts down. You get overwhelmed and your brain shuts down. The solution is that you practice, first of all, try to get clarity on an ambiguous or vague task. Try to summarize it, look at it and ask what exactly is required of me here. And once you get that clarity, proceed to breaking it down into slices. For example, you want to write a book. You can start with get the documents open instead of focusing on writing a book and all the things that you need to do there. Is that if your document, for example, is open for days, the next step is no longer trying to open the document. Write the first 3 lines. Do a summary. That's you breaking it down into smaller steps to make it easier. Celebrate that you have done little parts. That also helps you to overcome the overwhelm that comes with big tasks. So the next is low self-efficacy. Not believing in your ability. I mean, if you don't believe in your ability, you won't want to start anyway. So what do? Focus on your past successes, the things you have been able to do before. Build momentum from small wins. Focus on that you have won before, or you have done things before well, and build momentum from there. And begin to believe that you can actually get this thing done. The power of pre-commitment. Before the procrastination loop hits, or procrastination habit hits. Okay, the next one is pre-commitment. This make it harder for you to procrastinate before the impulse hits. For example, if you're procrastinating going for exercise, you can maybe lay out your workout clothes before you go to bed at night, so that when you wake up in the morning it's easy. Or you procrastinate reading, you can always have the book handy, have the book somewhere you can easily see by your bedside before you wake up. One thing you must remember is that procrastination is not necessarily laziness. It's a brain war, and to win it you have to use some of these strategies. Start today. Start to make plans and do things and demystify that large task. Procrastination is not necessarily laziness, it's a brain war. And by the time you understand that it might be your fear of failure, fear of success, it might be you not believing in yourself, do one thing to change that habit. You find that gradually you begin to get things done at the right time. Thank you, and remember to subscribe. See you next time.